scary video game moments. Almost everyone who plays video games, especially horror ones, had one of these moments. Those moments where you jump off your seat and scream like a baby. Pure, terrifying moments of horror and panic. I have a lot of those. I tend to get really scared by the smallest of things. So, since Halloween is right around the corner, I decided to make something a bit different for this episode of Just My Opinion. You already read the title, but today I'm going to tell you my top 10 scariest moments in gaming. Those moments where no matter how hard I try, I will never forget. Some of these might be jump scares, others might be very creepy and unsettling moments, and others are just very embarrassing and should not have scared me that much.
Ooh.
Oh no, not you again.
I'm the ghost of Halloween.
No, you are leaving. Last year you killed me and you have no idea how hard it was for me to come back. Trust me, you don't want to know.
Halloween?
Look, I can forgive a lot of things, but murder is crossing the line. So please just go away and let me do my video.
Ghost?
No! I don't want to see your ghostly face ever again!
Halloween.
Far Cry 3. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Lix, it's not even a horror game. Yeah, I told you some of these were embarrassing. Far Cry 3 is an action open world game set on an island with vibrant, beautiful colors. So you might be thinking, how can this game give me one of the scariest moments in gaming? Well, I'll tell you. See, in this game you have to fight human enemies, but you also have a lot of dangerous wildlife. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you might be thinking, oh, it's the sharks for sure. But here's the thing about a good scare. It's unpredictable. Of course, if I go into the middle of the ocean in this game, a shark will attack me. That's why I avoid it at all costs. This beast, on the other hand, I was not expecting. Since this is an open world game and a lot of things just happen randomly, it was a bit hard for me to replicate exactly what happened, but it was basically this. What the freaking crocodile comes out of nowhere and grabs my apparently very tasty arm. This scared me so freaking much. You're just doing your own thing, maybe trying to get to a certain place, or killing some tapir, this guy, because you really need that arrow quiver that holds like 5 extra arrows, and then BWAM! Crocodile. This is not a horror game, and yet when the crocodiles attack, it looks like a jump scare. No, it is a jump scare. Till this day, every time I think about Far Cry 3, this moment is the first thing I remember. Jaws Unleashed. This game is based on the classic Jaws movie, but instead of playing as a human, you play as Jaws itself. Now you might be wondering, how is this guy scared when he's playing as one of the most feared ocean animals? Oh, you'd be surprised. Firstly, being underwater is terrifying for me, especially when you can't see 10 feet ahead of you. Secondly, when things are bigger than the character I'm playing as, in most cases, I tend to panic freeze. You know, when your body literally freezes because you're too scared and can't even react. So there I was, playing as Jaws, killing humans at the beach, murdering killer whales, and overall having a grand old time.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I mean, this game is completely over the top, it's insane. So there's no real reason to be afraid, right? Right? That was until this moment. Fisherman's Isle. Isle? I don't know how to read that. That was the name of the mission. So it starts. I'm the shark. There I am. I go up to assess the situation, see where I am, and what I need to do. Then I decided to look down at the depths below and... Oh God! Oh no! Took me a whole 10 seconds to realize it was a dead whale because, like I said before, panic freeze. You maybe would look at it and not even worry about it. I almost died. I know I am playing as a strong, fearful creature, but it's the size situation. This whale is gigantic compared to my itty-bitty shark. And it freaks me out! It was unbelievably scary, and this is one of those moments where it wasn't supposed to be a scare, it was just a dead whale. But now, every time this game comes to my mind, I don't think about the over-the-top insanity of it. No. This is what I remember. Condemned Criminal Origins. If you like psychological action horror games with emphasis on melee combat, You're gonna love this. I think it controls really well for the most part, and the psychological moments are delicious. If you've heard about this game, you might be thinking, it's the locker scene, isn't it? The locker scene is a very spoopy moment in this game.
Help me!
It's very well crafted, and to a lot of people, the scariest moment in the game. But to me, the scariest part happens in Chapter 5. This is what greets you right at the start of the chapter. Then some of the enemies start dressing up as mannequins to catch you off guard, which is already pretty creepy. I mean, look at that. Jesus. But remember when I said this was a psychological action horror game? Freaking mannequins start doing some really spoopy things. They move when you don't look. They circle you, not letting you leave. And to finish it off, when you finally find a way out, they all just look at you in a very judgy way. I was never afraid of mannequins until I played this.
Ooh.
Oh, what the hell?
Boo!
Seriously? You're a ghost. In a ghost costume.
Boo!
I don't know what you're trying to do, but whatever it is, it's not working. Get out.
Bah!
Fear 2. Another great psychological action horror game, although this one has a lot more emphasis on shooting. It's pretty much a shooting. This game's fear factor is Alma, the creepy little girl that really likes to kill people for no reason. There are a lot of great moments in this game where I could have gotten crazy scared. However, I'm Lixian, and of course it had to be something stupid. You get in this place with a great looking indoor pool. With so many scary moments, I wouldn't mind relaxing in it for a bit. Things get dark as soon as you get in, and the creepy thing crawls right in front of you. Most people, I assume, would keep going forward, not paying too much attention to that. I mean, it's not really a scare. However, I like to be very careful in situations like this, so I walked forward for a quick check and then started walking backwards to get some space between me and what could be danger ahead. But as I'm trying to walk backwards, I get stuck on something. Is it a glitch? I walked in a straight line, so I'm pretty sure there's nothing there. This scene was terrifying. The darkness, the fact that you are already in alert mode because of that thing that was crawling around, and this is like 20 minutes into the game, and it already scared me to death. Might as well go to the pool and relax for a little bit. Oh, what is happening? Oh, what is happening? Dead Space. Ah, Dead Space. The beautiful, the terrifying. Dead Space. After the awesomeness that was Resident Evil 4, Dead Space was the first game I played that really grabbed that over-the-shoulder view to put it to good use. This game controls great, it's crazy scary, and the dismemberment was actually a really neat idea. This whole game has a superb, spooky atmosphere, and also a lot of jump scares. Question is, which one made me jump off my seat? So a couple of hours into the game, you're going through a hallway and there is a hole on the wall. A very suspicious looking hole, but of course me being me, I was like, I bet it's nothing. So I kept moving on. You go through a door, then another door, kill a few necromorphs, solve a few puzzles, try not to get obliterated by this giant hammer looking thing. Ouch. And now you backtrack from where you came from. So you leave the room, walk forward, and oh my god! Giant space alien arm just pulls you into his death hole. I was so naive. I mean, come on, this is a horror game. Of course that hole was there for something. And if nothing happens in that particular moment, you bet something is going to happen on the way back. This scene scared me so much, I screamed at the top of my lungs. 2 seconds later, my parents bust through the door because they thought I was hurt or dying or something. It's the video game. Yeah, it was that awkward. This game is filled with great moments like this. In my opinion, one of the best games inspired by Resident Evil 4. Speaking of which, Resident Evil 4. My baby, my favorite Resident Evil 4. If you saw my Resident Evil 4 video, you might be thinking I'm talking about the refrigerators, but actually no. That part was scary, was well put together and terrifying, but there's this one moment that caught me really off guard. You see, there's a part in this game where you're like in an underground cave or something, and there's some water below you, so you jump down and you can see a lot of fish swimming around. This game encourages you to shoot pretty much everything, so you try shooting the fish and you can kill them and grab them. Wow, this is cool! They are used as health items, or you can even sell them to the merchant for some pesetas. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and you're glad you explored this little area. A few moments later, you'll get here. Now, if you ignore the path ahead and immediately turn right, you will find this lake. You look closer at the lake and, oh cool, more fish! Alright, let me shoot a few more fish. Oh my god! The length these guys went just to set up a jump scare. It's genius. And terrifying. I bet the first time you played this, that if you didn't go up and immediately tried shooting at the fish, you just pooped your pants. If you did go up, you would see a cutscene that would hint at something big and dangerous in the water, so that would probably put you on alert right away. But even if I had seen the cutscene, I think I would be stupid enough to shoot the fish. It's not like a monster is gonna jump out of the water. Silent Hill 2, one of the most respected video games of all time. The Silent Hill setting was something that fascinated me ever since I was little. I love foggy environments, they somehow feel very comforting to me. Of course, in Silent Hill, things start getting a lot less comfortable after a while. But they get a lot worse when you meet him. Pyramid Head, the most iconic monster of Silent Hill. The first building you visit in the game is the Woodside apartment. You go in, find a very annoying little girl, and then you hear a scream. You go investigate, and this is where you get a glimpse of him. Just a glimpse though, you can't exactly tell what it is. When you finally see him for the first time, he is in this very, very private moment. We should leave, James. James? What are you doing? James?
You pervert!
Moments later, you finally confront him. He's, the f*** is happening over there? Then the battle starts. The first time I played this, I was like, what the f*** do I do? I was just a little kid and I was terrified. Shooting at him did nothing. The music was spooky and intense. I ran out of bullets, and then he killed me. I was in sheer panic, completely clueless on what to do, and obviously turned off my PS2 and never played that game ever again. But I should give it another try. I mean, I already started, so I could even do a video about it. Huh, who knows? Okay, I get it now. I said I don't want to see your face anymore, so instead you're using masks. But you're still not fooling anyone.
I'm the ghost of Halloween!
Yeah, we know. Just leave, okay? Just leave.
Ghost of Halloween!
Out!
Halloween!
Resident Evil 2. The one, the only Resident Evil 2. There are a lot of scary things in this game. The Lickers, for instance, are like the jump scare masters. There are a lot of creepy faces in this game, like this one, or this one. However, you guys already know what really scared me. Well, if you saw my last video, you know. Since I already talked about it, I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but long story short, just in case you haven't seen that video, this guy shows up by surprise when you play the game a second time in a specific way, with his grumpy face, gigantic body structure, and the most amazing trench coat you'll ever see to scare the pants off of you. This moment was so scary, I turned off my PS1 and it took me years to pick this game back up again to try and face this gigantic, beautiful beast. Dino Crisis. I love this game. I never actually finished it for some reason, but I remember playing this a lot when I was younger. Just like the Resident Evil games, this one was made by Capcom and it is a survival horror game. It looks very similar to Resident Evil, but it is kinda different. You still have tank controls and you still have to explore and find keys and items, but instead of zombies, in this game you have dinosaurs. So, this being a dinosaur game, of course it has the most feared and recognized dinosaur in the world. The T-Rex. This gigantic monster with very tiny arms. Of course he's in this game, and of course he's going to make your life a living hell. About an hour or two into the game, you go in here, into the chief's office. You find a dead body. Oh wait, he's not dead? He gives you something, an item. I have no idea what it is, okay? Even he doesn't know what it is.
What's this for?
I don't know.
That's just great. What if this is like the key to destroy all the dinosaurs and now he's dead? Anyways, you start exploring the office. You grab the disc that's on the table and then you inspect this thing on the wall. Turns out the item he gave you is a puzzle piece that you can use here. But you don't have the key code. Damn it. Okay, let's go out and... T-Rex face! Inside of the building! Remember when I said I panic freeze when I see something bigger than my character? Well, this is a great example right here. The T-Rex straight up eats the dead body and now wants to eat me. And I thought to myself, I need to do something. I need to react. But of course I didn't. I just kept walking backwards to the corner of the room and then... Turns out you have to shoot him in the mouth a few times when he's about to eat you, and then he just leaves. Or you can just run. I guess that works as well. This is the first time he shows up, and seeing that it was a jump scare, a giant T-Rex face inside of a building, and at the same time a mini boss fight, I just can't. Every time I think of this game, all that comes to mind is... Silent Hill 4. There was something that always bothered me in this game, and that is the lack of fog. There's probably a reason for it. Maybe because of the story or whatever. I never actually finished this game either. Because of fear, mostly. You'll see what I'm talking about. So halfway through the game, you'll go into the hospital world. And in the hospital world, you have a hallway that is very, very special. In this hallway, there's a bunch of doors and the wheelchairs of death. Hey, hello, wheelchair. Why? So the only healthy thing you can do is explore every single room in this hallway. And let's just say they're all very, interesting rooms. In one, you'll find a dead body. In another, you'll find this. This one is actually very nice and calm. This one, oh God! I thought I was gonna die. And this one is... raining? What? How does this work? And then the worst, most disturbing, most f***ed up room of all. You go in and you hear this. You walk forward and then you see the face of death. What the f***? This is so bizarre. What the hell? Why? Why is this here? What the f***? How am I supposed to deal with this? Tell me! The gigantic face, the freaky twitchy eyes that follow you constantly. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird! And nothing happens! Like, this is here for no reason! Maybe you're looking at this, and you can't understand why I'm overreacting, but panic freeze! It's the only way I can describe it. It's irrational, maybe. I mean, this is just a big face. This proportion freaks me out, I guess. Not only that, but it just looks so disturbing and up. I can't deal with this. I never could. And I had to play this game just to record this footage, and seeing this face again still freaked me out. I don't want to be here. And this is why Eileen's gigantic disturbing face is, and probably always will be, my scariest moment in gaming. It might not try to kill me, it might not even be a jump scare. It might be just a face looking at me. But it was enough to scare me to death and disturb me in ways I could never imagine. Also, I never finished the game, because I never played after that part.
Hello,
Good one. But you're one game late.
I'm the ghost of Halloween!
Get out! How many times do I need to say that I don't want you here?
Halloween?
Oh, that's adorable. No. No. I'm not falling for that.
Halloween?
Fine.
Ween?
Yes, I mean it.
Halloween!
Yeah, alright. You wanna help me say goodbye to everyone?
Halloween!
Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this is my personal top 10 scariest moments in gaming, okay? So with this in mind, tell me, what are your top scariest moments in gaming? Also, it doesn't need to be 10, it can even be just 1. Anyways guys, have a wonderful Halloween, full of horror games and spooky moments. Take care.
Happy Halloween, everyone!
Huh, that's funny. That's exactly the last thing you said last year, right before you Hey guys, thank you so much for watching! A very spoopy thank you to all my lovely Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for all your amazing support. And also a very special thanks to Jaiden for once again voicing the Ghost of Halloween. She did an amazing job as always. Link to her channel on the screen and in the description. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. I hate you.